Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Next, we look into budgeting and long-range planning. So the three basic differences: the time period involved, the emphasis, and the amount of detail presented. Okay, the essentials of effective budgeting do not include which one? So you can try to answer this one. So for you to have an effective budgeting, it does not include which one? Is it the top-down budgeting? Is it the management acceptance? Is it the research and analysis? Is it sound organizational structure? So of course, the answer would be the top-down budgeting. Why? Because we have seen just now, for you to have an effective budgeting, you need to have a participative budgeting. And participative budgeting means that is a bottom-up approach, or that is a bottom-down approach of budgeting. That means you involve everybody in the lower level of management in the preparation of the budget. Okay, and then the master budget. What is a master budget? So that is a set of interrelated budgets that constitutes a plan of action for a specified time period. So a master budget is actually the master one that includes everything, that constitute a plan of action for all the budgets that you have prepared. So that is the interrelated budgets, from the sales to your production to your input of materials, your labor, and so on. Then contain two classes of budgets, that is your operating budgets and your financial budgets. Your operating budgets is the result in the preparation of budgeted income statement, whereas your financial budget includes the capital expenditure budget, cash budget, and the budgeted balance sheet. Okay, so your master budget will consist of your operating budgets and your financial budgets. Okay, if you can see here the components of your master budget. So we see just now your master budget consists of two parts. One is your operating budgets and the other one is your financial budget. This one, your operating budgets and your financial budget. So operating budgets results in the preparation of budgeted income statement, and this one is your budgeted balance sheet. Here we call it as the statement of financial position instead of balance sheet. Okay, so you will have for your operating budgets, you will have, it starts from your sales budget. How much do you want to sell? From how much do you want to sell, that goes to how much do you need to produce. So that goes to your production budget. From your production budget goes into your components of your production. Okay, you remember when you want to calculate your production cost in your chapter 1, we need to look into our materials. Okay, we need to look into our labor, and then the remaining will be your overhead. Okay, so you will have in your production budget, you will have your direct materials budget. Next, you will have your direct labor budgets. Next, the third component is your manufacturing overheads budget. Next, you look into your non-manufacturing, that would be your selling and admin expenses that can lead to your budgeted income statement. So this is known as your operating budgets. Second one, you will have your financial budgets. That is, you look into your capital expenditure budget, your cash budget, and your budgeted balance sheet. So that the interrelated this set of interrelated budgets is known as your master budget that combines everything. Okay, so hopefully I have a better understanding of what is the master budget. That is your operating budgets and your financial budget. So you can try and do this one, the budget terminology. So use this list to complete the sentences that follow. So you have the long range planning, sales forecast, master budget, participative budgeting, operating budgets, financial budgets. And then you need to complete this one. So what is it that shows potential sales for the industry and a company's expected share of such sales? Of course, that will be your sales forecast. Okay, and then you will have this one. Number 2, I use as the basis for the preparation of the budgeted income statement. What do you use as a basis for your preparation of budgeted income statement? So you remember this one, the in the preparation of your budgeted income statement, you use the operating budgets. So the answer would be your operating budgets. Okay, and then the third one is, what is it? Is a set of interrelated budgets that constitutes a plan of action for a specified time period. So your answer would be, so this one, a set of interrelated budgets. Of course, the answer would be your master budget. Okay, what about this one? Identifies long-term goals, select strategies to achieve these goals, and develops policies and plans to implement the strategies. So that would be your long-range planning, okay, because you look into the long-term goals, okay, and then you develop policies and implement to achieve the strategies. What about this one? You have the lower level managers are more likely to perceive results as fair and achievable under a what kind of approach. So this one, because you take into consideration the lower level managers, they involve in that, so you will have a participative budgeting, right? And then the last one, focus primarily on the cash resources needed to fund expected operations and plan capital expenditure. So what is that? So that is your financial budgets that focus on the cash resources needed to fund expected operations and plan capital expenditure. So that is your financial budget. So if you look here, your financial budgets that looks into the capital expenditure and your cash budget. That means the cash needed, okay, to fund your operations. So hopefully you have a better understanding of this. Next, we will look into more detail how to prepare the operating budgets, or how to prepare the first one would be your sales budget. Okay, with that, I thank you.